Habari, it's Akachando Tatsumaki, and today I'm going to be doing another philosophical episode on the differences between the struggles of African Americans and homosexuals. Uh, I personally feel like those two coexistences are completely different in every way ish because the thing is, the reason why I think they're both different is because between those two, there's one you're born with, and then there's one where you do by choice, where you do by sexual preference. I'm afraid I can't change. I had no control over what I was born as, who I was. That's an issue that black people face. Is we're looked down at because of who we are, because of what we are, while homosexuals are looked down because of who they are. If you catch my drift between the two, more or less, I'm just saying there's a widely difference between the two, and I think I've heard way more enough. But people keep saying how both of those struggles are completely similar because they're not. They're actually completely different. Being homosexual and more or less being the way you're born, being who you are, what you were born as, and more or less, I'm just saying. I think this shit needs to stop. When people keep comparing to both of them because they're widely different. The struggles of being black and the struggles of being homosexual, because homosexuals more or less they chose that for themselves. That's their preference. That's who that's what they want to do. While African Americans or anyone of indigenous heritage or minority heritage, I'm afraid on that concept, minorities and indigenous and African American, I'm afraid I can't change who I was and I couldn't control what I was going to become. And more or less, I'm just saying there's a widely difference. I maybe keep saying the same thing, but more or less, I'm just saying there's a widely difference between the two against the struggles of African Americans and the struggles of homosexuality. And all I'm saying is people need to cool this shit down now because there's a widely difference. And honestly, to a certain degree, now seeing the more freedom metaphorically, freedom that I see homosexuals get on TV or even in law for that period, I think the more bigger issue really would be the struggles of African Americans. I mean, yeah, it's fine. More power to gay people. I'm not homophobic. More power to the gay people, the homosexuals. But I'm also saying is that now that this thing called life, this thing called history is progressing. It's going more and more into the future. I'm saying the more bigger issue, the big picture is the struggles of an entire ethic than of of an entire preference. That's all I'm just saying. Like and subscribe. Give bell notifications. I really didn't. I really didn't have much to say because really there's not much to say because it's not really a full discussion because it at least takes like a 5 paragraph to just get this shit out the way because I don't really think about it, but I don't really think about it too much because people have a tendency of making things more. People have a tendency of making things that over exaggerate things that really don't need much attention, or in other words, not saying not paying more attention, but people have a tendency of over exaggerating things that could be solved with a little trusting everyone. I can't really find the words to to word it, but more or less I'm saying it's something I think about a lot, but when I also think about, on the other hand, it's not really a big giant question. It's just something that needs to be said and done and ended. Yeah, I'll be coming out more videos. Actually, an ocean of them. Like and subscribe, notifications, and quiet hearing.